So what's up, guys? Don't really post videos. Posted one or two before, but anyway, thought I'd give a little project here that a lot of people, I've seen a few people do dually excursions, conversions, and I just thought, hell, I think that looks cool as shit. So I think I'm gonna try it on this one. I've got a good deal on some rims. They're old 8 lug 19.5 heavy haulers off of a 450. So what I got going on is I got these wheels with good tires, almost new. The other ones are out there, but there's the inners. There's an old 65 Dodge convertible with a Hemi in it, 2004 5.7. Anyway, I got those rims and tires for $600. You can't get the tires for that. Anyway, so I thought, well, how am I going to do this? Originally, I made these out of aluminum with 2-inch spacers, and I thought that'll get me there. Then I got thinking, man, I just don't like it. I just don't think it's strong enough. I just don't feel good about it. Now, I don't have a shop. That really sucks, because I really wish I had a shop. I could do so much more. But I thought, well, I'm going to take some of this 8-inch Schedule 80 pipe. Just so happens that pipe fits perfectly inside this circle right here, which almost make it hub centric, but who cares? You're not going to overpower those acorn nuts anyway. And anyway, there's the front rim with the adapter on it, which I'm not going to use. What I did was I thought, well, I'll make them steel. So what I got going on is fucking shade tree shit. Made these flanges. Takes a little bit of tweaking. I got these water jetted, so they're perfect, except for instead of the 124.9, I think it was, ID, I told them to do it 124 even. That way I got a little bit of play there, and I can adjust them and tweak it, which I got one already on there. I got this pipe welded. Anyway, so I was thinking, well, how am I going to get this thing even? So I tacked this on there. I'm going to cut that off a little more. It was sticking out 7 inches to take up for the hub centric here. I'm going to back it off an inch. I don't like it anyway, to be honest. And this is just a little shade tree bullshit I'm going to try. Doesn't work, whatever. But anyway, I got about 30 thousandths run out. 32, 30. It's not real accurate, but it's close enough. That's 30 thousandths. It's like a thumbnail. Anybody that knows mechanics knows that 30 thousandths ain't shit. So I think that's going to be well within tolerance. The only really problem I'm worried about, it ain't really a problem, I don't think, is that's the only thing I'm worried about in there, because it's sticking out a lot. I'm adding about 150 pounds to each side, because those old wheels are about 62 pounds, I think, and the new ones, I say new, are like 160. And that's not even including the adapter, which is freaking heavy as hell. And the way I'm going to put those on there is with these shank nuts, which those fit perfectly inside the mounting holes. They're going to be tighter than shit. I'm not worried about this at all. Once I weld that on there, I ain't worried about that, not one bit. I know those fucking, whatever that's not 7/8 is metric, whatever that is. I drilled these 7/8, then had to tweak them just a little bit, just enough with the old rotary file just to get those hammered in, and they're in there great, they're fine. This I'm not worried about. It's just that in there is kind of the sketchy part. I don't feel real comfortable. I was going to use the original flange nuts, but they won't fit. And those, well, they probably would if I ground that out more, but I've already welded it on there, and I can always cut it loose. But I really needed to grind that out. Even to get those on there, it was pretty tight. I mean, I can get the lug wrench in there, but I don't know. I wanted to use these flange bolts, but they're just a little bit too, there ain't no room. They're hitting. I could probably grind the edge of them, but at least with the acorn nuts, I know it's centered. Even though it's on the hub, it was just a little hair where I tweaked it a little bit too much. It was just a hair loose. It's no big deal. But I got 30 thousandths runouts, with like the thickness of a nail. I'm not worried about it. I don't think that's going to bother it at all. With the weight of the wheel and the size of them and all that, I don't think it's going to shake. If it does, then I just won't use them. But the weld on here is fine. I'm gonna weld this back of this up solid, and then I'll get the other side. Then I'll drive it around locally a little bit, even just with those two front big ass wheels on there. They look redneck as fuck, but I'll drive around here just a little bit just to see how it does. See how if it wobbles, just take it easy, and then we'll go from there. I got some 2016 dually fenders I'm going to put on the back. I'm going to change the front to a 2016 eventually. I say that now, but I might change my mind. I might just say the hell with all of it and sell it. Who knows? But anyway, I've seen a few of them. I thought it looked cool as shit, and hell, why not? I thought, why not? Let me try it. I got those rims and tires, like I say, 600 bucks. They're almost new. 19.5s. They fit fine. They're like 33 inches tall. The 22.5s are like 36, and they're like really just close to hitting the fenders if I were to put those on there. Even though that would be cool as shit too, I'd probably have to do a lot of jacking it up and whatever. But right now, since I got such a good deal, I'm gonna just try that. I don't have to have this thing. I don't have to drive it. I'll drive that Jag back there. But hell, just something to play with. I think it'll look cool as shit. If it works out, maybe I'll make some better ones if I ever get a shop. Maybe I'll do something better. My plan is to paint this thing black, change the interior over to either black or red, and red anodize those wheels. Either red anodize them, or maybe powder coat them candy red or something. I saw a black F450. I thought it looked cool as hell with the black and the red rim. So anyway, there we go. Maybe I'll give an update later. See ya.